And I don't know if they realized that around the next bend was up and over, and I was cruising down that hill pretty fast, and well, needless to say, lost control, and I went into some bushes, and they didn't know where I went, but the truck was so damaged that I couldn't do nothing, and there's only so many wheels in the back of that truck that I can replace, so I just ended up leaving it, which was a which was a damn shame because I had a lot of gear in there. I just stopped everywhere, just picking up, doing this, doing that. I'm making sure that jet wasn't flying over me. Last thing I need is a jet pushing up on me. I really do hate going into these places sometimes, especially with a car, because you can lose everything real fast. Good thing is these ones are smaller. But it don't make it any easier. If somebody pushes up on you while you're in here, that's a firefight. The only thing you're hoping is that they don't see that truck outside. And that was gunshots. So we're out of here. Last thing I'm trying to do is lose my ass. We gotta get off this road here. If they have a vehicle, chances are their vehicle is not a Humvee or a big truck. It's smaller, lightweight vehicles, so they'll be able to push up on me super fast. Looks like we going in. Chances that they already came from in here are probably high. The chances that they haven't come in here about the same. Point being is that if they haven't come in here, they might have likely to catch up to me if I see something that I'm like, oh, pretty. And I don't know why I drove in here. It was relatively stupid. Because of, I'm thinking, right, there's some other people in here. And they are deadly looking at my Humvee right now. Oh, shit. We gotta go. I shouldn't have come in here. I should have stayed out of this madness. Axe. I'm sitting still. You know, the worst is when you think you know something and you fuck up anyways. You go right to it because why? Because you want to get your hand. Oh my god. Yeah, the worst is when you come. Oh shit. I heard that snipe shot. And you hear that, you gotta go. At that point, there's no. Let's stop and throw up our hands and see if they're friendly. Obviously, if they're pulling fucking sniper shots at you, they're definitely not friendly. Ugh. Yeah, they were definitely not friendly. And it seemed like there was more than one of them, so, and if not, those two are going to be meeting up very, very soon. Relatively fast. Oh, son of a bitch. It's not my day, is it? Oh crap, come on. That's what I hate about these damn Humvees. I should have snatched me one of those little dumbass cars. I gotta go back this way. Take my chances. Damn, everybody and their mamas over here. No! This is gonna suck. This is gonna suck because they're gonna have the one up on me because they're gonna have my ass. Watch, they will have my ass because oh no. Where's that server at? Oh no. Well, you know, if I die here, I'll go to a different server and just kind of dink around on there. But right now, I have to see if I can get out of here. Oh, this is the right page. I just gotta wait for 97. Take a quick blast. Damn it, man. Damn it, damn it, damn it, man. Right as I was going right by them, too. Right by the back of the base where I was getting sniped by, and of course, there was somebody sniping at the top of the hill, so the only thing I can hope for is that those two snipers weren't buddies and they will start shooting at each other come what may. That's about as much as I can ask for. If not, then my determinations will be met with either a firefight or a shot to the dizome. There it is. Make your way. Hurry. Run, run, run. 7Q. Damn it. See, this is why. And I guarantee you those two snipers are right before me. Henson, me gonna die. Oh my God. Come on, man. We are toast. Come on, come on, come on. I just gotta get in my vehicle and get the dip the fuck out. Oh, okay. Now that we are on the road, let's try to get out of here fast as lightning. Hell, like I said, I don't even know why the hell I drove in here. If I was gonna come in here, I should have just fucking walked my silly ass in here. Now I know. There's always somebody usually waiting around. No! What did I drop? What did I drop? A shovel. And don't let nobody be up these roads because there's only one way in, one way out. And you're fucked if you do and you're fucked if you don't. I knew that was there too. Well, I'm glad to hear that those two snipers met up because I just heard some firing, or, well, a shot go off. And it was a rather large caliber rifle, so you know it was a sniper shot. I just hope that sniper had nothing and it wasn't coming up this road or anything like that. Because these roads around here, like over by this base, is just relatively straight. And it's just like, damn, man. If you were to set up an ambush at the end of one of these roads, you would definitely get what your prize is at, what you're after. You would hit your target. We'll just put it like that. And it wouldn't be necessarily payday for whoever, like, say for instance, if somebody was to, lay my character out, it wouldn't be a payday for them because it's not like I have a whole lot going on. I don't carry much of a stockpile. I'm just trying to get more materials to build with, but if you're anything, if it's anything like anybody else, it's more about the kill. You got to kill, and you'll be pretty much happy with that. See, and I'm just kind of glad that we're out of the base area. We're moving away from it. But being in a vehicle, it's kind of really hard to distinguish on where you are safe and where you're not. So I'll continue to move where I need to. Where I think I'll be partly safe to stash out the truck and kind of go on foot and see if I can get myself some building materials, or some building tools, I should say. But as I said before, you never know if you're safe or not. You can't say you are. You never can on this game. Because it just seems like when you're trying to hide, it seems like somebody's there. And when you're not trying to hide, well, hell, it's hard to find somebody. I teamed up with a guy the other day, and I got shot by two dudes, and they took our loot. Well, they took my gear, and the other person that I teamed up with, he was still in that area, hiding in some trees and some bushes and whatnot, just trying to stay out of their sight and keep an eye on him, so that way he could tell me where to go and where to pick, where we can come back at him and see if we can secure the gear again. So we eventually caught up with them, and we got the gear back, only for a bigger team to come and snatch it from both of us. So it's kind of like I got my revenge on them, but then what good is revenge if that revenge didn't accumulate to nothing and just ended up losing it to a bigger team anyways. So, but that's the breaks on this game, sometimes you can just hold on to what you got, and sometimes you just might as well just give it back or give it up. See, and I hate driving through forests like this, because, like, you're going so slow. Like, it would be easy for a sniper to just peel one back and drop your ass in the driver's seat like nobody's business. I wish I could find a good solid teammate we could get one of those trucks, put a bunch of building supplies in there, and then either I or he goes in front of the truck chopping down trees so we can get that truck in there, and then post it up like in one of these little clearing areas. That way when the server resets, it'll reset the trees all around it, therefore blocking it in, and then we could just continue building our base off of that. But that's the thing too, is I don't know very many people who want to build a base from scratch. They want something that's already built, and they just want to add on to it, which is fine. You know, it's fine with me to do it like that if you want to do it like that. I mean, hell, I thought it was a good idea. And maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe it's just a lousy lumphead plan. But point being is that it would be naturally unheard of. You know, I mean, like very seldom has I ever seen a base built on free, you know, built freely. I mean, don't get me wrong. Now I know there's people out there that do it. I, for one, just haven't seen it, and I would really like to see that. But given the situations, I would really like to see that and have a truck there, so that way, especially in this particular server, your gear, say you build a base, well, anything in your base is going to disappear anyways, unless it's attached to a truck or a vehicle or some sorts, and then it won't disappear. But that's to say, okay, so now that falls into a category of everybody wants a truck now. Everybody wants a vehicle, because then they could actually store their gear and have it there for a rainy day. So now they're hoarding trucks and vehicles just so that they can have a loadout. Oh crap. So that way they can have a good loadout when they come back into the server, which leaves, like me, I was doing it the hard way. Like I come in every day. Oh no. Like I would come in every day and play myself a new one, because I'm sitting there trying to play and I'm trying to get the gear I need just to build a base. And I never ended up really building a base. I ended up getting my base going, but then I was eventually stopped, and well, the base never, well, let's just put it like this. I had a base, but then I kept on getting killed trying to get back to the base, and it just eventually got raided, and no, I didn't build back up on it, and I know they didn't build on it, so technically we all kind of I got screwed on it, because my base disappeared, and they didn't want it. It just wasn't appealing to them, I guess. I go in the back the way that I came. You know, I was hoping by now I could get at least the gear that I needed to put up in this truck, so that way I could start a base somewhere. I'm not I'm not the greasiest cat in the cat's meow, but check it out, man. I had this idea where I was gonna throw down on this bridge, right? I was gonna cut off one end, cut off the other end, and just build upwards onto it. Now I don't know if we can how high we can build our walls, but damn it if I wasn't gonna try that shit, because it just sounded like a cool idea. Because they could go underneath me, but being the bridge, it's made of metal, and being a bridge, it's virtually they have to come from one side or the other, kind of like the tunnel. They have to come from one side or the other, and there's only two ways of attacking it. I mean, you can lob stuff at it from a distance, I guess, if you're good like that. But, like, if you think about it like this one here, like there'd be a wall there, and then I'd fortify all the walls on the sides. I could put up walls on the sides. And then all this interior would be open space for whatever I wanted to put it in. I could park a truck in there, put gearboxes. But like I said, none of this stuff will stay anyways. Well, not on these servers. None of this stuff will stay anyways. It'll all disappear anyway, so I could put a truck in there. That's how come I think I decided to go with just a garage, so that way I could just put one vehicle in there and call it as it is, or, you know, call it good. Because I mean, it's not like if I put anything in that server on the ground or anything like that, it's gonna stay. So whatever I eventually put in there, it's not gonna accumulate the shit anyways. If you get what I'm saying. It's just gonna be a wasted time and a wasted effort. So I decided against it to just go ahead and make myself a little garage style base. Because then at least with a garage style base, I put my truck in there, and whatever's in my truck stays in there, and I'll have it there. But of course, I have to be able to build it somewhere. And I have to be able to trust that wherever I put my truck at the moment is going to be okay. Because as it is right now, I don't feel like it is going to be okay anywhere except for me driving it. And I definitely can't stay driving it, because for one, I get tired of driving, and for two, and for the other part, I hate having to deal with trying to figure out if somebody is eventually going to jack my truck. I could take one of those trucks, and it would be a lot of space. Oh wait, a lot of space to have in there, but the biggest key advantage that they would have over me would be speed. As far as speed goes, I wouldn't be able to make a quick getaway, and for me, that's virtually one of the biggest things that I can see as a takeaway for me, because my number one thing right now is to get away and is to make sure that I am able to get away. That's the last thing I want to do is deal with a slow vehicle by myself trying to get away when they got a faster vehicle, and more than likely there's more than one of them. So if I'm trying to make my way up a hill or something, again, I get the thrashing, and the only thing I can do is either drive away or keep driving and hoping I can get away, or I get killed. So, but anyway, I mean, I could try to make friends like right off the bat, but for me, I'm just like, sometimes I just never panned out for me. It never panned out because of the fact that every time I tried to, they weren't friendly, and it just seemed like my judgment on characters and my sense of judgment on these particular types wasn't spot on or key or anything like that. So I ended up eventually just getting I eventually just ended up getting my ass handed to me, and that was that. You know, and I should be making my way across the map instead of going around. So let's see where I'm at. Yeah, we're gonna start that. There's no way in hell that I'm gonna go all the way down and around. Screw that crap. I'll pick up when I get there. Till then, I just stop recording.